It has been a fantastic series here at Condren Park as Ole Miss and Florida continue. Ole Miss won the first game 6-4. Then in game two, it was all about Aiden King as the Gators came back to win 2-0, holding the Rebels in check for 9 innings. There was a 2-hour rain delay, or lightning delay, I should say. There is no such chance of that happening tonight, knock on wood. Of course, I just jinxed it. But anyway, we're going to play some baseball. It is game three, a pivotal game three between the Gators and the Rebels. Two teams right in the middle of the pack right now. And boy, it's been a wild weekend of baseball around the SEC. Who would have thought Georgia goes into Starkville and sweeps Mississippi State? But that's what happened. They now lead the conference by a game over Texas. Alabama hanging there. You see Florida at 74 and Ole Miss at 4-7. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm Dave Neal. This is former Alabama star and big leaguer Lance Cormier. Glad you could join us. And Lance, certainly when these two teams kind of look in the mirror, they kind of see themselves. I mean, it's remarkable how close they are in terms of how they play the game.
Yeah, and when you talk to both coaches, that's what they say, the same thing. And right on this weekend, you got 16 hits from both clubs. You got 6 runs from both clubs. Biggest thing for me, Florida, if they throw strikes on the mound, that's usually their recipe for success.
Well, certainly this has been a game that's been dictated by pitching. When you look at game one and game two, the winning team had great starts.
And that's right. I mean, Taylor Reyes, kind of a spot start, but hey, who knows? Is that something that's going to last a little bit? Aiden King, he started off the season with a big scoreless streak. Obviously, this was kind of his statement game, basically. Talking to Coach O'Sullivan before the game, he said this was an unbelievable start. And you see, is it the starting pitchers or is it timely hitting? Good pitching beats good hitting, but sometimes you got to come up in the clutch and come through with a hit, and both teams haven't done that.
Yeah, both these teams have had their opportunities. They just have not been able to produce. Now, Ole Miss will try to get to this guy, Russell Sandifer, but he's coming off a really good start last week on the road at Arkansas. They hope he can solidify this spot in the rotation.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, right? It's the stuff where, hey, he's got the stuff. Everything is there. The makeup is there, but there's just something about pitching in the SEC, and you're right. If he can be that guy, Florida's going to be in a good spot.
We'll take a look at this Ole Miss lineup. This is an Ole Miss team that was 0 for 17 with runners on base in game two. They kind of flipped things up. They had Judd Udemark starting the first 2 games of this series. Matter of fact, he led off 3 consecutive games. First time he's done that all year, but now he's back in the 3-hole, and that means that Dom Decker will lead things off. But Tristan Bassett is the big bat in this lineup, leads him in home runs and in batting average. So Dom Decker steps up, and he looks at ball 1. Junior out of Sellersburg, Indiana. There's a strike, 1-1. Boy, Sandifer's a guy that was expected this season to be in this role in the weekend rotation. Had kind of a rough start. They kind of pushed him to the bullpen for a little bit. And then they threw him back out last weekend, and I think he earned the right to be back out here again against this Ole Miss team this weekend.
Well, I mean, you can just see early on, this stuff is there. Fastball, up or 90s, mid-90s. I mean, that ball right there was a cutter. This looked like it took a left turn.
That ball's hitting the gap in right center, and it'll be chased down out there by Hayden Yost. Hayden Yost in right field because Blake Sear ran into the wall last night. He's in concussion protocol. Doesn't seem to be too serious, but that's why Yost out in right tonight. Well, what do you think of Russell Sandifer and what we can expect to see from him tonight?
I mean, you've already seen it already. Just the movement. The slider, a lot of movement. The change going to run. I mean, the fastball runs away from the lefties. The cutter's going to be running in. I mean, it's a guy that's just going to be hard all the time. The slider's hard. The changeup's actually pretty hard. I mean, we think about what that is, a mid-80s change because the velocity is so high in that mid-90s fastball.
Here is Tristan Bassett up. This Florida staff has done a nice job on him, holding him to a 200 clip, just 1 for 5 this weekend. Bassett leads the team in batting average, home runs with 14, RBIs with 38.
Well, Dave, when you look down this lineup over the course of the weekend, Ole Miss has 16 hits, and they've come from really 3 guys. I mean, you have Federico, Golden, and Udemark have the 13 of the hits. I mean, it's something where you're going, wow, like if you get these guys out, that's a tough slide.
Bassett on one of these slides that you just don't expect to see from him, but still a dangerous hitter in the 2-hole. 96-mile-an-hour fastball misses inside. Bassett, of course, the transfer out of Clemson, spent 3 years with the Tigers, first year here at Ole Miss. Slider down and in. He got off to such a great start. He had multiple hits in 8 of the first 10 games, 15 multi-hit games this season, but none over the last 9. That's a called strike 3. Becerra thought it was ball 4. Instead, he will walk the other direction back to the dugout.
Well, they went in doubt. 96 glove side. Might have been a tad bit in, but you got to give it. Nice frame job right there. And boy, making the pitch when you need to. But man, being able to just go to that glove side, that's the trusty pitch you got to be able to have. And when you need it, go get it.
And here is Judd Utermark, the Rebel third baseman. Such a great athlete at 6'5" and 250.
This is right where you want to be pitching to him. Nobody on base.
And out in front, 0-1. Utermark this series 3 for 8 with a double. Hit .294 last season, led the team with 22 home runs, and took a big old hack on that one.
I mean, that ball started inner third, and it ends up in the left-handed batter's box. I'm talking about movement. That's the slider. We've been seeing cutters at 91, 92. Everything he's got is going away from that right-hander.
And a big swing and a miss. That is a start that Sandefur would like to duplicate in the second. Cade Townsend getting the ball for Ole Miss on the mound, the 6'1", 185-pounder. Made 15 appearances last year. This will be his 7th start this year. A guy that the numbers are just sensational.
Yeah, you're talking, it's another, like we're going to see mid-90s fastball up to 97, 5-pitch mix. He mixes in a splitter. He has the cutter, slider, curveball change, maybe even 6. I mean, that's why these pitch comps have multiple buttons. You got to use it for him. Love the strikeout to walk ratio. 40 punch outs in 23 innings. You talk about stuff. That's it.
He's their normal Saturday guy because the way this weekend's set up, they've shifted things around to make sure he stays on a Saturday. And this is the lineup that he will face. Ethan Surowiec, the former Ole Miss Rebel, had a nice game yesterday, although Ethan was punched out to end game 1 in a loss, but had 3 hits in that first game. But Bowen, Curlin, Stripling, Sanford, Kendall, Yost, and Myers. And the one name that you don't see in there is Brendan Lawson. He is out sick. He missed some time last week with back spasm, 2 weeks ago with back spasms. And now it's just not feeling well.
Yeah, and like Coach O'Sullivan said before the game, down 4 starters, you know, it's time to step up. I mean, that's just what you get when you get into this league. You're going to get opportunities, and you know, are the guys pouting, and when they get their opportunities, they're not ready, or are they truly locked in, ready to go when they get that chance? So it's next man up mentality right now for the Gator lineup.
This Florida team, 12th in the league in hitting at 276. First pitch to Jones, slicing into the fans. And I mean, you couldn't draw this up any better. The weather out has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a little breeze. For pitchers, maybe not. You could draw it up a little bit because the breeze is blowing out to left. But for the most part, yeah, this is a great night to watch some baseball.
Out to center field. Federico will make the catch. That'll be out number 1. Boy, a great night to grab your towel and picnic basket and just kind of chill on the berm. I was here a couple of years ago for the Super Regional in South Carolina came to town, and it was my first chance to see this place just packed from end to end, and what a setting it was that weekend. Florida went on, of course, to win that and go to Omaha again for the what seems like a
bajillion time.
Yeah.
We saw already 9 trips to Omaha for Kevin O'Sullivan. I mean, that's just, you got to think it's pretty much every other year, and that's just the mark of a program that he's built, and it's been phenomenal to watch.
Surowiec 4 for 7 against his old teammates this weekend.
And that matters, but the biggest one that matters is this rubber game. You know, he'll take an over 4 with a Gator victory and have those bragging rights.
They can bring a couple of those chairs up here for us. Ground ball hit to third. Udemark Fields fires over to Furness, and that'll be out number 2.
You know, Dave, you mentioned it when he came up to hit Judd Udemark. It's just athletic, right? I mean, you see the big body, and you're like, okay, you know, he's probably a first base DH, but I mean, that's a smooth feeling third baseman for such a big guy.
6'5", 250. I'm going to say he was probably the biggest leadoff guy this weekend in college baseball.
I agree.
They put him in that spot on Tuesday, kept him there on Thursday and Friday's games in this series, but kind of flipped things around. And we were talking to Mike Bianco as Carson Bowen, the catcher, steps in for Florida here, the senior, talking about when you only have 2 or 3 guys, maybe 4 guys in the lineup that you can really count on, it's hard to fill up the line. Do you stack them together? Do you spread them out? There's a lot that goes into all that.
He went with the stacking approach. He put all his guys at the very top, and that's, I like that approach sometimes, because then all of a sudden, you know, you get a pitcher that maybe mentally checks out a little bit, relaxes when he thinks he's at the 8-9, and all of a sudden those guys get on, and then you're at your part where you stacked and you got a chance to score some runs. But we saw the runners in scoring position. They haven't been getting it done.
Well, both these teams very similar, kind of top-heavy in lineup. Kyle Jones hitting .315 for Kevin O'Sullivan's club. Ethan Surowiec at .328. Bowens at .268. Curlin's at .261. And then at the back end, you've got 172, 158, and .224. Oh, drops that one in there for a called third strike. Well, both of our pitchers, we expected some fireworks on the mound so far through one. We have seen it. Well, the first time since 2021 that Ole Miss has been to Gainesville, Florida. 117th all-time meeting between these two teams. Series pretty even at 59-57, but these are two long-time SEC coaches who knows what this league is all about. And we were kind of chuckling. I guess all you can do is chuckle at this point. It's like, You're 4 weeks in, and the grind of this league
It's already real.
Yeah. And you got 6 more of these coming up.
Against ranked team after ranked team after unbelievable atmosphere on the road that you're going to have to. I mean, it's like you said, all you can do is just kind of go, it is what it is.
Well, a guy that's experienced a lot of it over his 4 years with Ole Miss at the plate, Will Furniss steps in to lead things off, the Rebel cleanup hitter at 304, just doing kind of Will Furniss type things at the plate this year. The only thing that kind of surprises a little bit, the power numbers down. Just 2 home runs for Will this year. Furniss last year had 12 homers and 47 runs batted in. This year, 2 homers and 22 ribbies. He's behind 1-2.
3 straight changeups.
How nice has it been for Mike Bianco to just go ahead and pin him in, not pencil him in, pin in Furniss.
And that's when he got to campus. That was the ultimate plan, and it just never was there. But now he's at the point where it solidified himself last year. And you're right, he's the guy that he is in pin, and that's what Coach Bianco wants. And I think the numbers are going to come. I mean, again, it's a comfort level. He knows he's going to be in the lineup every single day. He's sitting in that 4-hole. I think the power numbers are going to come. And you're going to look up and go, oh, he hit those 12, and it's going to be a meaningful 12 because it's all going to be in a big bunch toward the end of the season.
Rolls over that one out of play.
And that's the growth. You know, he was down 1-2 last year. That's probably, you know, a quick out, a punch out. This year he's battling. This is going to be his 6th pitch in this at bat. Couple spoil pitches he's going to do. So, you know, you're seeing some growth in a hitter.
Gets another pitch to look at. He was on a little bit of a heater coming into this series. He was 7 of 15 before Thursday's game, but he is just 1 for 7 this weekend. Went 0 for 4 last night. Shoots this one foul out of play into the parking lot. 9th pitch of this opening at bat of the 2nd inning. And what was a really quick top of the 1st. Here's a chopper. Furniss going to chug down that line and can't beat the throw. Well done there by Colt Myers, playing shortstop tonight for Lawson. Well, he had to cover a lot of ground to get that baseball.
Yeah, he was playing deep behind second base, but ball not hit hard enough, comes in, makes the play. Good transition from the glove, but I still like the at-bat, though. 9-10 pitch at-bat to start off the inning. Makes the guy work.
Colin Reuter, the designated hitter now with 1 down. .95.
And it's got a little juice to it. Like little jump, little cut. He's talking to himself on the mound.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 2 down.
You know, Dave, if he spots the fastball down and outer third to away, there's no chance you're hitting this pitch. I mean, that's 85 coming off of 95, 96, and it looks like the exact same pitch, and at the last second just disappears. I mean, and he's already showcased changeup that's going to fade away from the lefty, so he's got balls that can go away from the lefty and into that back foot. 2 good out pitches.
Dotted at 92. Cannon Golden, the freshman who's really worked his way into this lineup because of his play. 0-2 now. Golden, the freshman out of Buford, Georgia. Played for that high school powerhouse, Buford. Football and baseball star. Won a state championship on the gridiron. Making his 8th start of the year in his 16th game And he has earned the right to start. This is the first time he started all 3 games in a weekend series.
And he's produced 3 for 6 so far on the weekend.
And that'll do it for the Rebels in the top of the second. Sandifer, man, he looks sharp tonight. Ole Miss and Florida scoreless headed to the bottom of the second inning. A series tied 1 game apiece. Ole Miss won game 1, 6-4. Florida came back with a shutout last night, 2-0. Aiden King was phenomenal, maybe the best he's looked all year. And just another one in a long line of guys that have a bright, bright future.
I mean, that's what it's been, right? Rinse and repeat here for the Florida Gators. It's a first rounder, one in the making, and oh, by the way, this one's in the making too. He's 2 years away from it.
As we move to the bottom of the second inning, Cade Curlin will lead things off. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Cade not having the kind of offensive year I think some folks were expecting out of Cade. Did he go? Yes, he did. Down at first base, C.J. Burdett rings him up. It'll be 0-2.
You know, David, is it a thing where it's because he came onto the scene and had such a great year as a freshman that it's like, it just shows you that it's not that easy in this league, and he's not having bad years, it's just not having that year he had as a freshman. So then it looks, you know, is he putting pressure on himself to try to match that?
And I would say the answer is probably the bar was set so high, right. The expectations were so high that maybe they were too high.
You're also talking too, like, now he's expected to be the guy, whereas as a freshman, you're hitting 7-hole and you got to deal with the likes of Langford and Kaggs and all those guys, and you're going, all right, well, who's this? Oh, man, like, that's when the pitcher relaxes and Curlin gets you.
And not having Lawson in the lineup certainly affects what he sees. Of course, his Florida team's got Florida State on Tuesday night to wrap up that 3-game series with the Seminoles. That one's lifted in the air out in the shallow left center, and it'll be the center fielder, Federico, with the catch. That'll be 1 down.
You can see the wind already affected that ball pretty good. Golden was there ready to go just in case, but Federico tracks it nicely. But yeah, the wind pushed that ball all the way into not just left center field, almost in left field. Anytime that big flag's moving like that, you know it's windy.
Here is Landon Stripling, the first baseman. Landed at 273 this year. A junior transfer. Originally played at Texas Tech for a year, now in his second year here in Gainesville out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. 0-2. again, Cade Townsend's numbers, when you start looking like strikeout to walk ratio, folks, he's now up to 41 strikeouts to 7 walks this year with an ERA of 1.90. Opponents only hitting .191 against him. That one shot out to center field, but it's going to tail right back into Federico's glove. Hit pretty well that time by Stripling, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, Dave, he's right at the 6-to-1 mark. 6 strikeouts to 1 walk.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
when they teach you as a pitcher, right, and you start talking about numbers, it's 3-to-1. And 3-to-1 is winning baseball, so 6-to-1, and it's 15-plus strikeouts per 9. So that's getting it done. And the stuff is there. It's just a matter of, can you go out there, duplicate, the success, and he's done it so far this year.
They shut him down one weekend, just precautionary to make sure he was physically okay. And now that he's back in the mix, he looks very good.
What he does is he gives Ole Miss a really, really good 1-2 punch with Hunter Elliott and him. I mean, Elliott's been through the wars. He's one of those guys that wants the ball in that first game of the series, and he's battle tested and everything. And, oh, by the way, you get to hand it to him on game 2? Yeah, I'll take that.
Elliott last night, his biggest issue was he threw a bunch of pitches in the first inning, which limited him in the later innings. Gave up a couple of runs, but still looked a lot like Hunter Elliott.
Well, I mean, that's Sully talked about at the beginning of the game. Hey, let's get him deep into the pitch count early, and then you get to the bullpen. I mean, that's how you win ball games. You get that starter out of the game, and so when you can make a guy throw more pitches and he doesn't see the 5th, it's a good recipe.
Florida struck out 16 times last night and 26 times in the first 2 games of this series. Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. Boy, both these pitchers are on point tonight. Whew. Just nasty.
Sandifer. You were talking about stuff. We've seen 4 punch outs in 2 innings. We've seen the 96 heater. The slider has been a frisbee, almost unhittable, and nobody has still got the juice, and it plays up nicely. The stuff is there, Dave, and you mentioned with Townsend going off nasty. We've seen some nasty pitches this game so far.
Sandifer's thrown 31 pitches, 23 have been strikes, 5 of 6 first pitch strikes. Of course, retired all 6 he has faced with 4 strikeouts. Townsend on the other side, he's done just as well, 22 pitches, 15 strikes. 3 flyouts, 2 strikeouts, and a ground out for him. Can anybody get to these guys? We'll see if Braden Randall can do it.
Well, see, I mentioned that's the one pitch we haven't talked about, but he's had it, right? He threw a lot of them to Will Furnish, but he's going to the left. He's showcasing the 85-mile-an-hour changeup that's fading away from the lefty hitters. So you can't lean out over to go get that one because then he's going to bust you in with that 95, 96-mile-an-hour fastball or the cutter or the slider on that back foot, which we could see any of them right now.
Right, 0-2. What will we see? Let's find out. Hung one out over the plate, but a Saturday evening hop to the second baseman, Cade Kurland. Don't forget, we've got baseball coming your way Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Second-ranked Texas, fresh off taking 2 of 3 on the road at South Carolina against 20th-ranked Texas A&M. Should be a great weekend of baseball. It's coming your way 8 o'clock Eastern time on the SEC Network. Here is Austin Foley, the catcher. Swing and a miss. Foley's a guy that behind the plate, just 202. He's in there because he is one that's talking to Mike Bianco, who knows a thing or two about catchers, being a catcher for Skip Bertman at LSU for so many years. But he's in there because this guy is legit defensively.
And the best thing that he talked about him is, like, even though the hitting is not where he wants it to be, he hasn't taken it out on the field behind the plate.
You have to shake that off, though.
He swung at a pitch in the left-handed batter's box. That just shows you the hitters aren't seeing the ball out of the hand from Sandiford. I mean, this is the slider. There's no chance that's on the plate. I mean, it's almost in the batter's box, but it's coming off nice.
And here's the 9-hole hitter, Hayden Federico.
I love the tempo so far. Sorry, Dave. Of both these guys. Get the ball, get back on the mound. Let's go.
Nothing. I don't have a problem with it.
Mm-mm.
A sophomore out of West Monroe, Louisiana. They were the SEC all-freshman team a year ago. It's had a good series, 4 for 7. That one shot out to center field. They had him shaded to the right side, and a long run for Kyle Jones. The wind got that one and pushed it. I think Jones wasn't expecting to run that far to catch up to it, but a good grab out in center field. And when we come back, we will visit with the legend himself, Mike Bianco. Stay with us. Scoreless, moving to the bottom of the third inning. Dave Neal, Lance Cormier with you from Condren Family Ballpark. And there is Mike Bianco, longtime coach of the Ole Miss Rebels, joining us. And, Coach, we were talking a little bit before the game about Judd Utermark and what a special athlete he was. And part of my question is about, as a skipper, trying to manage your lineup. You had him hit leadoff for 3 straight games. You move him down in the lineup a little bit today to, I think, the 3rd spot. What goes through your mind, and what was the process and kind of readjusting things?
Well, to be honest with you, we're just trying to find some magic and get some runners, across the plate. And Judd's kind of been our guy and the most consistent guy in the lineup. And we put him at the leadoff spot, but this week he's been getting on, and we need somebody getting on in front of him, so we moved him down a couple spots.
Boy, that ball is touched, and it never fails. Off the wall. round second. And Kendall will be in with a triple. Hey, Coach, quick question before we let you go. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
It never fails with me. I promise you I'm the black cat
All right,
here.
well, then let's not do this anymore, Dave. I mean, like, if you know that, I don't know why you got me on.
All right, listen, quick question about Cade Townsend. Obviously, he looks really good. Is this the Cade Townsend that you hope to see the rest of the way?
No doubt. This is how he pitched the first, 3 or 4 weeks of the season. Then he had a little, hiccup at Texas and had to miss a week after that. But, he's certainly an ace and a guy that we're glad he's on our team.
All right, buddy. We'll let you go. Thanks for staying with us, Coach. I swear, it's always something with me.
I don't think it's you. It's just anytime we get on, I mean, it's anybody, right? The broadcasters starting talking to the coaches, and it's some coaches roll with it really well. Some coaches, you can tell, they just want to get back to coaching.
That's the first extra base hit in SEC play for Kendall. He came in hitting 172 and now stands at third base.
You talked about the stiff wind. If that wind's not blowing, that ball is way out of here. So he gets the triple, but he would have had an easier way around the base pass if the wind wasn't so strong.
There was an SEC tournament a few years back. Jim Schlossnagle was coaching Texas A&M, and we had him on 3 straight games, and every time we had him on, something bad was happening. They dropped a pop-up in foul territory. It was just, and Schloss is still a friend, believe it or not. He's been committed to the friendship.
Those coaches they're professionals. They understand, right? I mean, and sometimes it's the matter of when you get to talk to them. Are they hitting or are they pitching? And it seems like every time you talk to the coach that their team's out pitching, they're giving up hits.
Yo, sharply hit and foul. Cat-like reflexes for Mike Rivera over there at first base. Former Gator catcher.
I think he moved when it was past him. Let's just be honest.
Cat-like quickness, whether it was past him or not. There he is. Man, they call Rib. Boy, he was a fiery competitor. This one's popped a mile in the air. Shallow center field. Federico. The bluff from Kendall. And that'll keep him at third base and 1 out. Boy, both of our center fielders have shown some range here early in this game.
That's a nice at bat right there. Good pitch. I mean, you got a man on third, less than 2 outs, and you're thinking, hey, you need that punch out, or if you can get inside, get on the hands, get that ball up. Shallow fly ball, not able to move him. Townsend was backing up. I don't want him a little bit further back because that throw was high, because if it got past Foley, the catcher, it gets past him as well. But now's when the time he wants that punch out.
Myers trying to lay the bunt down, a little safety squeeze. Couldn't get it in play. Try it again.
I think probably not. Just, it's one of those first pitch, you go with it, catch him off guard a little bit. I mean, if I'm Furness at first base, I'm down your throat.
Yeah, he's already 4 steps on the grass over at first, and he will kind of hang there. That one bounces. One hops off the shoulder of Foley, and that'll get the run in. No bunt needed.
Yeah, that's why you don't bunt, Dave. I mean, this ball bounces, so there's no chance Foley has a shot for that. I mean, you can see he's bounced all the way up there. That's probably 2 feet in front of the plate. And the Gator, after the leadoff triple, they strike first.
Foul tipped at the plate off the bat of Colt Myers, hitting 9th in the lineup, 224 on the season. Looks at that one down in the zone. Colt 1 for 7 this weekend. Struck out 4 times for the last 2 games. Sharply hit, and that's a base hit. So that'll flip the lineup back to Kyle Jones. Jones, the redshirt sophomore out of Athens, Georgia, transferred in from Stetson. Quick discussion on the mound as Austin Foley jogs out there.
Just looking at a little meeting right here just to slow the breathing down a little bit. You know, there's some frustration off the bounce of that curveball and then giving up a hit right after that. Wasn't a bad pitch. Looked like a cutter, you know, on the outer third of the plate, just gets into that 6-hole for a hit.
That looked good on you.
He asked me to borrow it, so I was
You just gave it to him. You just travel with
Yeah.
that? That's what you do?
Well, I found it in the store. Stopped at the CVS on the way in.
Townsend threw 22 pitches in the first 2 innings. 15 were strikes. He's thrown 11 pitches, 7 strikes here in the third. Just 1 out. Jones' first time tonight flew out to center field. Only got 16 at-bats last year and suffered a season-ending injury. Ended up having shoulder surgery. He has pushed his average to .315 coming into tonight with this 5-for-9 outing over the last 2 games versus Ole Miss. That one's on the barrel out to center field, but Federico makes the catch. Our center fielder's been busy tonight.
But there's some big gaps out there with it. 380 both in the power alleys and 400 dead center. It's a big field, so I mean, your center fielders got to have some speed, got to be able to cover some ground, and like we said, with the wind, we've seen both of them cover some ground.
It's the 4th put out for him tonight. Ethan Surowick. Ethan grounded out to Udemark his first time up. Surowick at 6'1", 235 out of Gulfport, Mississippi. Spent last year at Ole Miss, now in his first year with Florida. Only got 3 starts last year with the Rebels. 16 at-bats, but hit .375 in those 16 ABs. What a big swing there, and couldn't catch it. 0-2.
And one thing I want to see from Cade Townsend, Dave, that we've seen already from Sandifer is throwing the fastball in. Yeah. He hasn't thrown one fastball in to keep the Gators hitters honest, and so everything's out over the plate. So even 0-2, this might be one where you say, hey, I'm going to waste one, I'm going to bust him in, keep him honest.
Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. The leadoff triple, though, did come back to haunt Townsend. Otherwise, pretty clean inning. Florida leads it 1-0. Well, the weekend series that I think captured the attention of most college baseball fans happened in Starkville, huge crowds. And the Bulldogs from Athens beat the Bulldogs from Starkville in 3 straight. Didn't see that one coming. Auburn wins the series. Good bounce back for the Tigers against Arkansas, and Alabama wins on the road. The Tide, I think, I'm starting to become a believer.
Yeah, a lot of people are too. I mean, they have enough starting pitching. They have enough hitting, led by Brady Neal, and then you're getting enough bullpen. That's been the biggest thing, is the bullpen hasn't been there in years past, but now they're getting it.
Dom Decker will start things off with the base hit. First pitch, I guess that's the approach. Get up there swinging.
Well, you don't want to see the slider. I mean, when you're down with 2 strikes, and he's also shown he can throw a cutter, a slider, a fastball, and a changeup for strikes. That's a lot of trying to see a different pitch. So, yeah, might as well go get the first one you see in the zone and see what take your chances on that.
Sandifer had a 9-pitch 3rd inning. He's now 8 of 10 on first pitch strikes. Of his 41 pitches, 32 have been a strike. That's how good he has been tonight. And you can add another strike to his total.
And that's, you can see right now, I mean, back-to-back swings at first pitch. Okay, if that's the approach. Now, you can also look up in the 8th inning, and Sandifer's got 82 pitches and still a 0 on the board. It goes both ways.
It's the Greg Maddux effect, right? Try to get him early, but if you don't, it's going to be a quick night for you at the plate. Fouled straight back out of play. Oh, 2 on Tristan Becerra. Another strikeout. Sandifer has matched his season high already with 6 strikeouts. It's the 3rd time he's done it this year. His career high is 8.
But hey, look at this. Change up. Look at the spin. Fading away from the left. You see how in front Becerra is. I mean, because you got to respect the 96 on the inside part of the plate, which he's shown that for a punch out. You also have to respect the back foot slider. So he has one fading away. I mean, this is just a pitching clinic right now.
A young man getting a workout here early. Sandifer will work now to Judd Udemark.
That's the one you swing at. The backup slider just stays in the zone, and he goes, now I take it. But when it's going right as a pitcher, you get away with those.
Udemark struck out his first time. Chased a couple sliders off the plate. Lays off that one off the plate. 1-1. One down with a runner at first. It's Dom Decker. That's a strike. Ole Miss, not a running team. Matter of fact, overall they have 28 stolen bases on the year. They've been caught 8 times, but in league play they're just 3 of 7. Udemark back to the dugout. Strikeout number 7.
Look, Dave, I mean, this is why I'm saying tough to hit right here. You got 95 fastball dotted. And then he goes slider right off the same thing. Looks like the same pitch. Oh, no, it's not there. And that's just pitching right there.
2 outs now. And here's Will Furnace. Kevin O'Sullivan will join us next half inning. I'll try not to jinx him like I did Mike Bianco. Actually, you might have been the jinx. I just happened to be talking. Ground ball to the right side. Curlin comes up and they'll get the out. So leadoff single goes for Knott. Sandifer cruising along. It's 1-0 Florida. Back in a moment.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. One to nothing in the bottom of the fourth inning. Dave Neal, Lance Cormier, and Kevin O'Sullivan joining us now in that dugout. And Coach, we talked a little bit before the game about Russell Sandifer and what he brings to the table. I mean, is this what you've kind of expected from him? What we're seeing tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he pitched like this in the fall and just got off to a little bit of a slow start in the spring, but. You know, he's got weapons for both sides of the plate. You know, he can throw in on lefties. He's got a really good plus change, and he's done a nice job so far, but he's going to have to because we're facing a really, really good arm right now, too.
Well, to take that, I was going there. They have an ace on the mound, too. What's the conversation with the hitters to get to Townsend?
Just battle like heck. I mean, you know, he's got he's breaking ball going. He's got his cutter going. He's up to 98. Like, we're just going to have to grind this thing out. I think it's going to be a very similar game probably to last night, and to see who can get leadoff man on and get him in the scoring position, have a couple key at-bats with runners in scoring position, and play sound defense. It's really reminiscent of last night.
Hey, quickly, I think a lot of Gator fans probably want an update on Brendan Lawson, what's going on with him. What can you give us the latest?
He's just feeling a little bit under the weather, and he'll be fine.
Okay. Good stuff. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
The Gators aren't a real deep team.
Mm-hmm.
So when you take like a player like Lawson out of the lineup, for whatever reason, it may be back spasms or as he's ill now, but you're asking a lot of guys to move up a notch in the pecking order of making things happen.
And then you back that up with Sear, the other starters out, right? He said 4 starters that are out. That's a lot of moving up the pecking order. So then do you relax and play, or do you put pressure on it that now, well, hey, those guys are not in the lineup, I got to be the guy? Well, like, no, you just played the same game, and that's the part is, as a team, when you have that next man up, it's just do your job and see what happens.
Utermark looking very smooth over there at third base. Hey, summer of '83, Texas versus Tide is our next SEC story. It premieres Wednesday, April 15th at 8 Eastern right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. It chronicles one of the most exciting college World Series ever, highlighted by Longhorns Roger Clemens, Calvin Schiraldi, and of course Dave Magadan, who hit .525 in his career, or that season at Alabama.
It's not far off for the career.
I know.
It's like 420-something for the career. But think about that, Dave, .525. You go 2 for 4, and your average is dropping that day. That's a tough one. That's why they have a part of Alabama Stadium named after him. The club that you get to eat at is the 525 Club for Dave Magadan. Great career as a hitting coach in the big leagues for a very long time.
He's from not far from here, the Tampa area.
Mm-hmm. He's there now.
Off the end of the bat for Curlin.
That team had former pitching coach of mine, Alan Dunn, was one of the pitchers. He pitched the game to go to the finals. LSU pitching coach for a very long time. And that's it. Anytime you can bring the rocket in there, you kind of win.
Yes. Calvin Schiraldi didn't have a bad career either now.
Yeah, but it's still tough.
Yeah, it's still
tough
I'm
when
not saying
you're
it
compared
was,
against old Rocket.
Curlin 0 for 1 today. That one just a bit upstairs. It'll be 2-2. You know, going back to the whole Lawson thing, not being here, the Gator shortstop, like Curlin's the guy that right now, his productivity has to be taken up a notch to feel kind of that. You would think he'd be one of those guys, and there he produces with a base hit back up the middle.
That's a good piece of hitting, Dave. Anytime, if a pitcher hits his spots and he's that good with the stuff we've seen from both these guys, usually that's an out. Right there, Curlin gets an opportunity. The pitch is over the middle part of the plate, and you do your job. You get the base hit. But you mentioned it already earlier this evening, is how good would it be to have both him and Lawson and Curlin going together?
Be a nice little 1-2 punch in that lineup. Both been fighting injuries. Landon Stripling 0 for 1 tonight. He's got 1 home run on the year. Runner goes, smashed out to right. That's going to one-hop in front of Becerra, and that'll keep Curlin. I thought Curlin might have made it break for third, but he got back to second in a hurry. He kind of just took that hesitation just for a minute between first and second. That may have cost him.
Yeah, well, as he takes off, the ball's a line drive, so you're supposed to freeze, and he peeks and sees Becerra throw the glove up, and just that little hesitation keeps him at second base. So nice job by Becerra throwing that glove up, even though it wasn't the greatest fake, but it's just enough of a deke to keep him at second base.
4th hit of the game for this Gator offense. Again, Townsend came in with opponents hitting just 191 against him.
Yeah, I truly believe, Dave, especially for the right-handers, there hasn't been a fastball even missed on the inside part of the plate. So he has the Gator hitters, the right-handers going there really comfortable, and then everything on the left-handed side is just coming into their hands. And so if they're opening up a little bit, they can keep the hands in, get their barrel to the ball. And we've seen a couple of left-handed hitters put some good swings on it.
Cole Stanford swings and misses at the first one he sees. Kevin O'Sullivan says, you might want to chat about this. Stanford 0 for 1 with a strikeout. UConn knocks off Illinois 71-62. Makes up for the UConn women losing last night to South Carolina. Win for Dawn Staley as they'll play for another national championship. Stanford looking for his first hit this series. Not going to come on that pitch. It's 0-2. Chopper to third and foul. Already a little bit of activity going on out there in the Ole Miss bullpen. Nobody's getting loose quickly, but they are getting loose. J.P. Robertson out there.
It's stirring, Dave. Stirring.
Or bored, just throwing the ball around. Could be that.
I mean, that's true. Which you put a bunch of baseball players in a little cage back there. And, you know,
Right.
You play games.
There is the right-hander, J.P. Robertson. Did you go when you were at Alabama? Did you hang in the bullpen when you weren't? Or did you were you a dugout guy?
Well, like nobody hung in the bullpen. Like in for the most part in college back then, especially at home for Bama, there was no bullpen. Like our bullpen was like right on the dugout. So you could sit at the edge of dugout and they're like, Cormier, get up, and you just stood up and took 2 steps and I'm in the bullpen. So technically, I guess I did hang in the bullpen.
Yeah.
But no, and that wasn't a thing. I mean, even on the road, if it had a bullpen, nobody really is there. It was like kind of what you see now is guys will take off and run in between an inning.
Called strike 3. That is the second out of the inning.
And this is a deadly pitch. A nasty 12-6 hook, top of the zone. I mean, as a hitter, you're just giving up on that because you see it up out of the hand, but there's enough break to clip the top of that zone. That's a great pitch by Townsend. And that's the one he needed, too.
Two down with two on. Everybody gets back safely. Townsend took the loss versus Mississippi State last Sunday. Pitched pretty well, though. 4 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 5 hits, struck out 8, didn't walk anybody. Kendall had that triple, came in to score the game's only run of the night. One of the things about Townsend, be careful. Like if you want to, things got a little chippy last night out here. Don't be chippy tonight with this guy. I don't know if you know this or not, but he's a black belt in Taekwondo.
No way.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's why just be careful who
you never know. Yeah, be careful who you mess with, kids. Yeah, I wouldn't peg that. You just look at him.
Mike Bianco last night had his moment. Aiden King at the end of 7 pitched great, but was
animated.
And there are some rules written about that type of animation from players on the field, and nothing was done about it. Mike Bianco was like, if we have the rules, let's enforce them.
That's right. He got his money's worth too. Coach Bianco got a chance to talk to all of them.
He did.
All the umpires.
He did.
No discrimination there. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you, and you get some too.
Kendall fouls that one off. So this inning, we've seen it quite a bit. There have been a lot of two-strike foul balls. As a pitcher, are you feeling like, okay, they can't hit my stuff, or you're getting frustrated because you can't get them out?
Right. Mindset could be the same. It just depends on what at bat. How good are you feeling with this stuff? Because sometimes you're like, gosh, I got to be better, and then that's when you try to be better. Or you're right, that's a good mindset. That one right there is nasty, though. I don't care what it is.
His 5th strikeout, and fired up about it. He battled through some 2-strike foul balls to get the punch.
Yeah, Uncle Charlie came to play. 2 punch-outs this innings with Uncle Charlie.
Sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Moving to the 5th inning in a 1-0 game, a rubber match between these two teams. Ole Miss captured game 1 6-4. Florida last night wins it 2-0, and a weekend that says the majority of the SEC series on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The league gives teams options on Easter weekend, what they want to do, and many of them decided to play the Thursday, Friday, Saturday sequence.
And we had last week, 7 of 8 weekends went with the sweep variety.
What a historic.
Yeah, well, this weekend we had the Georgia sweep, and I think that's going to be it. You got LSU, Tennessee, unless LSU makes a big comeback. They're down 4-1 in the top of the ninth. Tennessee would even that up, and then we'd have a bunch of rubber matches.
That was just a crazy weekend last weekend. It just 7 sweeps in 8 series. Think about that for a minute. That's all in this league. That's just incredible. Pinch hitter for the Rebels. Owen Pano, a sophomore. 222 on the year for Owen. And they have a shift on with 2 strikes. Not going to need it as he swings and misses.
You know, the pinch hit the lefty for the righty because the slider and the cutter were too nasty. Well, he's like, don't worry about it. I got the changeup. This is truly pitching. We're seeing command of 3 to 4 different pitches. The stuff is also at the top of the charts, so that's why you see a bunch of those Ks getting put up.
Now Cannon Golden swings and misses. Cannon struck out his first time. Off the fist, little blooper. Myers will chase it down in shallow left.
Oh, Dave, little cutter off the knuckles. I love how Myers, though, immediately he called early. Like, I got it. Don't even worry about it, because then you got a chance for a little collision on the backside of it, but he made sure everybody knew that, hey, this is my ball and I'm going to get it. Look at Sandifer. He's standing. He's ready to go. I'm telling you, the tempo is unreal with him.
Pitch count at 56 with 2 out here in the 5th. I think Hunter Elliott was like at 50-something in the 3rd last night. 54. Ground ball out to second. Kurland fields and throws, and a quick inning. Another 1-2-3 frame for Russell Sandifer and the Gators. They lead it by 1. BC in the top 25. Texas hanging in there at number 2. Took 2 of 3 from South Carolina on the road. Now Georgia goes to Mississippi State and sweeps the Bulldogs from Starkville. You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously UCLA, number 1. Georgia Tech's in that mix at number 3 right now. And then it's Mississippi State, Georgia. I don't know that Georgia's going to jump how far they would jump, but clearly they're going to.
But I think respect-wise, they are considered one of the best in the country. I don't think you can jump UCLA even if they. I mean, they're playing a USC. That's almost a top 10 showdown. Yeah. Texas hasn't really done anything wrong to move. Georgia Tech keeps winning. If Georgia wouldn't stumble a little bit in those midweeks that they have, I mean, now you're talking. But they showed this weekend that they're ready to play with anybody. So, I mean, a bona fide top 5 ball club, no question.
And we all know he can hit. They lead the country in home runs, right? And their batting average it's not just about power. But I think we've seen here now they got some real arms, too.
That, too, and the defense has been there, right? Sully said before the game, hey, like now they're playing like 984 defense.
Right.
So now you're going,
Right.
hey, they're pitching and playing defense. Oh, by the way, they also leave the yard at the clip that leads the country. So and then that's winning baseball. And, Wes Johnson, he's got his guys in. I mean, what is the Portal King considered, right? He brings in guys every single year, and it seems like they don't miss. On a power hitter, that's also, I remember we were there last year. When you stand behind home plate and you see nothing but green trees and the green wall and everything, you're like, well, I could see I would want to hit here. Great backdrop to hit in Georgia.
Guess where this Florida team goes next weekend? To Athens, Georgia. A little slow roller down the first baseline, and it'll be the out. Little pushing shot again. Just remember,
it's black belt.
Townsend got a black belt in Taekwondo.
Be careful with the quiet guys. And he literally tagged him and just walked off, and they want to make something up. And he's like, you don't want to do it. Just a tag there. Oh,
come on.
Anytime the tag is going to happen, the dugout's going to get fired up, and it's literally just a baseball play. You got to make sure you hold the ball strong. You don't want to drop the ball. So, I mean, it's just a guy. Hey, but when game 3, especially after last night, tensions just are tight. And they're college kids.
Right. Throw that in there. Colt Myers hitting 9th. He singled. Actually, he did single his first time up. The triple came from Jacob Kindle, who came in to score the only run of the game back in the 3rd inning. Gators had a couple of hits in that 3rd frame.
I'm thinking about it. That could be the answer to a lot of questions. They're college kids.
Right.
Whatever happened, they're just, that's what they are.
Yeah, the next time you go, what were they thinking? The answer is
they're college kids.
They're college kids. .237 on the year. And that is a called strike 3. Home plate umpire Joe Harris. On those 3rd strike, he backs up so you can't really see.
A little Joe West delayed strike call where you don't know what it is, but I mean, I know what that is. That is just a 12-6 hammer, and when he puts it right there, you got no shot as a hitter. And that's the tough part. When Joe West would do that, I'm like this, as a catcher, I asked the catcher, does he say something? And the catcher's like, yes, because the catcher would pop up and be throwing the ball around, and you're like, he hadn't even called it yet.
Right.
And as a pitcher, you're like, I don't know what's about to happen. But he said, the umpires, they and then they back up and do it. So they give a little nod to the catchers. So they know a little bit, but you're right. Joe Harris with the slow curve.
I tell you what, that pitch from Townsend, it is one of the best true curveballs I've seen this year, maybe in a while.
And it's at 84 to 85 miles an hour. Yeah. That's what makes it even tougher because it's hard. So you're going, all right, it's coming out of like a fastball, and then it just disappears. I've been super impressed with both these starters on the mound.
Oh, that ball's off the barrel, out to left. Golden backpedals to the warning track. Boy, Kyle Jones, maybe the hardest hit ball of the night. Nothing to show for it. Florida leads it by 1. Man, it is an absolutely beautiful evening here in Gainesville, Florida. Condren Family Ballpark. Opened this thing up a few years ago, and well, listen, nothing against McKeithen Stadium, but let's just say they were due.
Yes.
And this turned out to be a magnificent design and place to come watch some college baseball, and one of the premier programs the last couple of decades under the direction of Kevin O'Sullivan. Foul tipped. Austin Foley, the Ole Miss catcher, to start things off. It's still amazing to think that Kevin O'Sullivan's been here 18 years. This is his 19th season, but the last 18 years, he's been to Omaha. We're not talking like just to the NCAA tournament. He's been to the College World Series 9 times.
So you take out COVID, right? So you're 9 of 17.
Yeah,
Man.
it's like, oh, that ball is hit hard but foul. That's like UConn women at the Final Four. All these numbers start coming up, but Gino has been there 25 times to the Final Four. I mean, that's Kevin O'Sullivan, 9 trips to the College World Series.
Man, you mentioned UConn, though. That's just like I love seeing the consecutive wins, and it's like, oh, somebody just got that, whatever, and it's like, well, here's the top 5 longest winning streaks. It's like UConn women.
Right.
You're like, dang, it's just a natural. They're in the Final Four.
Boy, nice job. Oh, what a play in short by Colt Myers. What a play. I didn't think he had the arm strength to get it there.
Dave, don't doubt Colt Myers, Dave. Gonna be a 6-hole special. No shot, little backhand, one step, and look at the arm strength that Dave doubted across the diamond.
Never again.
Never again do you doubt him. Look at that, Myers, quick to the throw, and man, love the reaction right there by Sandiford. Hey, sometimes you need a pickup by the defense, and he got it.
That is a long throw running away from first base. I mean, all your momentum's going there. He ended up on the little warning track in front of the Ole Miss dugout.
Right, and I think the biggest thing he did was it went from glove to hand, and he threw it as quick as he could, right? He knew, like, maybe I'm not going to have the strongest throw, but I got enough to get it over there, and boy, it was pretty.
Hit out to right field, and Yost there to make the catch. 2 down. Well, you finally get one on the barrel, but you hit it right to the right fielder. So Federico is retired. And the top of the lineup, Dom Decker. First pitch strike. Season high. 5 2/3 innings of work for Russell Sandiford. One and 2. Decker singled in the 4th. It is the lone hit for Ole Miss tonight. Ole Miss had 6 hits last night, but were shut out. Okay. Rebels came into this game hitting .212 in conference games.
And you always hear the saying, hitting is contagious, right? So you need somebody to get hot. It goes the other way. When it seems like when the team's slumping, everybody, like it's a tough time for the Ole Miss Rebels offense right now.
Just off the plates. Let her run full at 3 and 2.
Now, when you have an umpire that takes a delayed strike call, you will have that happen a lot. A pitcher, 3 steps off the mound, like, whoop, reverse that back.
And the first walk issued of the game. That was the first first time we got to a 3-2 count for Sandiford tonight.
I mean, the stuff has just been phenomenal to watch. Again, and the Rebels hitters have come up with an approach to swing early and often, which that helps out. But when the stuff has been that good, that's why you see an opportunity to stay away from 3 balls. And I think the non-strikeout call affected him. You could tell he was 3 steps off the mound. He backed off and then was a non-competitive pitch.
Everybody relaxed on this wonderful evening here in Gainesville. Relaxing except for that guy, Kevin O'Sullivan.
I was going to say, that's the one guy that's definitely not relaxing right now until that 27th out is made.
Nobody up yet for the Gators in their bullpen. But Kevin O'Sullivan was talking to us, you know, if we can get our starters, if we can get 6 innings out of them, 5 or 6 innings, we've got the arms in the bullpen to complement that kind of effort. He got 7 last night from Aiden King. Fouled off at the plate. Tristan Becerra 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Well, he needs a base knock just to get his confidence.
Right. Because, I mean, he's a guy that when he's going, he can carry a ball club. He doesn't need very many guys else to hit. Just need a couple on in front of him.
Look, they're 1 swing from taking a lead here.
And this is a guy that can do it.
Becerra with 14 home runs this year.
I mean, you're seeing all the left-handed hitters for Ole Miss. That front shoulder's pulling away. It's pulling out. And that changeup is just fading away from him.
4 multi-home run games this year, but no home runs in the last 7. He just can't figure out Sandiford. Not many Rebels can.
Well, but sometimes you need a little help, though, Dave. Colt Myers, the play of the game so far. What would have been a hit? Little backhand. Deep throw from short. Got him.
This might be a little late for that youngster, or maybe not. You never know. Monday night, we'll have a 2-hour best of the SEC Equestrian Championship for you at 9 Eastern. In case you missed it, we'll show you all the top moments from the Auburn University Equestrian Center. South Carolina came in as the defending champs. You can find it right here on the SEC Network and, of course, the ESPN app. 1-0 Florida. It was 2-0 last night, the final score in Game 2. Ole Miss won 6-4 in the opening game of this series. 72 pitches for Cade Townsend. Facing Ethan Surowick. Surwick just exploded over the summer offensively. Went up to the Northwoods League, hit 20 home runs, and had 74 runs batted in summer ball.
Isn't that like? Didn't Charlie Condon go to the Northwoods League
And destroyed it.
Right?
Yeah.
So is that the league to go and get right as a hitter?
Exactly. I guess that's where you do it.
And your son comes home and says, "Dad, I'm going to pitch in the Northwoods League. Sorry about
Yeah.
that, son."
Yeah, don't go there.
Call them and say you can't make it. Hitters beware.
Sharply hit out to short. Randall makes the play. 1 down.
But you're right, 24 homers, 70-something RBI in the summer.
In the summer.
Now, I do hear
That's
play.
2 months. That's 2 months. They probably play quite a few games.
I
Right?
hear they probably play every day, maybe some double headers. You're probably getting maybe you're getting 8 games a weekend,
yeah.
but still, that's some production that's crazy.
Here is Carson Bowen. He struck out and grounded out. Bowen, a senior, transferred in after 3 years at TCU. Makes his home in Anaheim, California. Sharply hit Furness. He says he'll take it himself, and he does so. Boy, Townsend has now retired 7 straight, and he's looked every bit as good as Russell Sandefur.
And that's the part too, right? All you can do as a pitcher is you're not pitching against. He's not pitching against Sandefur. He's pitching against the Gator lineup.
Yeah.
He's doing his job. Right into the 6th inning, he's given up the leadoff triple and a bad pitch, bounces one, and they score. He's doing his job. The other guy's just been a little bit better.
Well, you run him out there on Saturday, you're going to have a chance to win most evenings or afternoons in Game 2 of the series.
That's what I'm feeling. Like if you're Ole Miss, if you just start to hit the ball at all, you feel really good with Hunter Elliott. You feel really good with Kane Townsend. Rabe gave you a good start last night. Does he somebody that can start to get in there? But he's also really good out of the bullpen. They love their bullpen with Ole Miss, so it's something that they just need some offense.
And you're right, they don't need a lot.
No.
I think that's a pretty good little ratio right there. 79 pitches, 56 in the strike zone. The 1-1. Curlin, big cut, misses 1-2. He missed 3+ weeks, did Curlin, early this season. Returned a couple of weeks ago in the Alabama series.
And the one thing we really haven't seen from Townsend outside of really the first inning, and Sully mentioned he was up to 98. Like we haven't seen many straight fastballs the last 3 to 4 innings. It's been a lot of cutters and curveballs.
There's that little curve, 85 miles an hour. Boy, he really just yanks on that curveball pitch, just pulling down on it like crazy.
He gets the arm speed. I mean, you're thinking fastball the whole way, and into the last second, you turn that wrist, you get the fingers in front of the ball, pull down on it, and he does a great job of it. And that's why you see 85 with the depth that he brings.
That one is out to center field, but Federico is right there. Boy, nice job by Townsend. His team, though, down 1. Time to take a look at today's extra effort brought to you by Regions Bank, and both of our pitchers have just been sensational tonight.
Yeah, we're seeing some elite stuff from two guys that are establishing themselves as a really high-quality starter in the SEC. Townsend with 6 punch-outs. Sandifer's been a little bit better. Boy, the changeup has worked. The fastball's been up to 96, 97 mile an hour. He's had the slider. He's got punch-outs really on all 3 pitches.
You know, it's funny. For years, people have talked about the arms that Kevin O'Sullivan has every year. I mean, just elite-level, high-end guys. Well, he gave the compliment today. He goes, yeah, Ole Miss, I mean, they've got all these elite-level high. And we're like, well, you do too. I mean, you know, it's like, but these two staffs and these two teams in general are very identical in the way they're built.
Right, and so now you see what it feels like to coach against yourself.
Right,
right?
exactly.
I mean, that's what. I mean, you talk to every coach in the league, and like, and in Florida, they just sneeze and run out guys throwing upper 90s. But that's right. I mean, Ole Miss is in that same spot right now. I mean, we saw Robertson kind of stirring in the bullpen, and looked up his numbers. Yeah, it's up to 98.
Big swing and a miss.
You could see
Judd Udemark.
You could see in the bullpen right there in the break, Townsend was getting some hugs. So I'm guessing he's done. I mean, usually you don't get it. Guys aren't walking up to you, giving you that dap up if you're not out of the game. So I would have thought he'd have had another.
That one bounces to the backstop. Udemark swings and misses the throw to first. They get up. They do. And a rare time to use the green bag for the defensive player. It is a safety bag over there, but when the ball is on a play just like that, the first baseman is allowed, because obviously it's there for a reason. You're allowed to use the green part of the bag on a play like this.
Yeah, that ball's in the left-handed batter's box, and you're right. You see, he goes all the way on the other side, gets as far away from that runner, and a nice play by Bowen. Not even thinking, just get rid of the ball.
Sandifer now with 10 strikeouts. Liam Peterson had 10 versus South Carolina as well. So
now he's showing off. He's going backdoor breaking ball on the lefties when he had been going changeup.
Pitch count at 81 as we're in the 7th inning. Also Sandifer. That one shot out of play. You know, the fact that Sandifer is pitching the way he is pitching right now, it just kind of brings up, like, if you're Kevin O'Sullivan and Liam Peterson, who is supposed to be your first round, your guy, I mean, you expect a lot out of him. And then you get Aiden King throwing like he did last night. It's almost like Liam's now got to step it up a little bit to maintain that spot at the front end. Like, guys behind you are lights out.
But that's what you love as a coach. That's competition, and you think as a competitor that's going to bring the best out in Liam Peterson,
who, when he is on, is unhittable almost. But it just hasn't been as sharp, I think, as a lot of people maybe expected. Again, the bar set pretty high for him. Foul tipped into the glove. Furness goes down. Strikeout number 11.
Russell Sandifer, have a night. You see the ball just fading away. That's 90 going away from the lefty. We've seen balls going in. I mean, he's just basically, it's like, hey, you just call a pitch. I'm going to knock it out, get another K. Career high so far. So everything else just going up. Everything he does, an out, a strikeout, just pushing that career high a little bit higher.
Only hit off the bat of Dom Decker back in the 4th inning. And just like that, base knock. So Payno, who came on as a pinch hitter in the 5th and struck out, didn't take too long to get a base knock, the 2nd of the game. And just like that, some orange jerseys up in that Gator bullpen.
cue the coach telling the catcher, go talk to the pitcher, let him get loose. I mean, it's a situation where Sandifer's pitched so well, you don't want him to, get into trouble and all of a sudden come out with a loss when he's pitched so well.
That's Reitner, who is another electric arm. They might. There's 2 outs in the inning, but Reitner's a guy that can get you 6 outs if you need it. So they may just ride him out in the 8th and 9th if they can. But in a 1-run game, nobody's going to have a long leash out of that bullpen. Golden looks at ball 1. That one misses inside. 0 for 2. One of those 11 strikeouts belongs to him. Eyes weren't up and ready. So basically telling Russell Sandifer he can't deliver until the batter, his eyes are at, it's again a safety issue. So you get a warning. And that is what our home plate umpire Joe Harris just issued.
Well, we mentioned the tempo, right? He's got the ball, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
So you're right, and it's a safety issue. The hitter wants to get in, set his feet, and all of a sudden you don't want to be looking up and the guy's already in his motion. So you used to see the hitter would have to hold his hand up and call time, but now they make it where you don't have to do that.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. So his changeup is 81-82. He's got that nasty curveball at like 85. And of course he can pump at 95 if you need it. Chopper to first. That's a fair ball knocked down there by Stripling, and that'll end the inning. I think Sandifer's pretty excited about the way this one's gone. Robertson coming out of that bullpen for Ole Miss. The sophomore out of Madison, Mississippi, was with Ole Miss last year, but redshirted. Began his college career at junior college, Pearl River Community College. But he has put up some pretty good numbers. His 11th appearance, 23 strikeouts, 8 walks.
Yeah, high strikeout to walk ratio, almost 5-1. And a lot of that comes with the fastball. It's up to 98 miles an hour. Slider, curveball, split finger. So it'll be our first opportunity to see some split finger fastballs today, up to 85 on the split. That's his changeup.
But what a job for Townsend tonight. Cade was fantastic. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. Faced 22 batters. And he got 6 of them to strike out.
Well,
83 pitches.
That's a stat line you'll take every single night, day, whatever you talk about. Even though right now he's on the hook for the loss, you still, I mean, he did his job. He did what he needed to do, give his team a chance to win.
So as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Landon Stribling will lead things off. Landon hitting 5th in this lineup, to be followed by Cole Stanford and Jacob Kendall. First pitch he sees from Robertson. Base hit right back up the middle. Okay, I've often wanted this. When you come into a game like a relief pitcher, you know the guys at the plate are ready for a fastball. I mean, like, what's your thought process? How many times do you see? I mean, I feel like I see a lot. Like a guy coming out throws a fastball right away and it gets hit. Like,
usually, runners on base, you're probably coming in throwing your best off speed.
okay,
But starting an inning, especially when you're a guy that's up to 98, like he wants to establish the fastball. But you're right. The Gator hitters are happy their Towns is not in the game, so anything else is different. So, yeah, be ready to swing early. And he gets fastball wasn't bad. It, just gets enough of the ball, shoots it where nobody is.
I just feel like I see that a lot. Fastballs from guys out of the bullpen, coming to a game, and guys are ready to swing.
Announces presence with authority.
Yes. Cole Stanford, he is struck out twice, lays down the bunt down the line. Boy, they may have had a chance to have a play at second base. Udemark looked there. I thought he might have wanted to throw it, but instead gets the out at first. Nice job by Stanford to do what he's supposed to do.
Playing the game the right way. Move a runner in the scoring position. Dugout very thankful for that.
And Jacob Kendall now. He tripled to start the 3rd, came in to score a few moments later. The only run of this game. By the way, that was Stanford's first sack of the year. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 to count to the Gator left fielder. And a quick meeting on the mound. Joe Mangrum. I like his pace. I like his pace to get to the mound. I like that.
He must have saw something, because it was, he throws a strike and he takes off, and let's just make sure we're not going to let the runner, I think that's probably what it is. It's a matter of, hey, let's make sure we're keeping an eye on that runner at second base, and we don't let him take third base to get to third with less than 2 outs.
Well, we got a second. Remind you that Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern, number 2 Texas takes on number 20 Texas A&M, and College Station. You can catch it right here on this very network. And, of course, the ESPN app will always have it for you. Texas and Texas A&M. Rich Schlossnagle going back to where he coached for a few seasons, led him to Omaha. There might be a few comments along the way, along the rails.
Some tension, testiness.
Texas A&M
wouldn't have it any other way, though.
I know. But Texas A&M, listen, people aren't paying attention. They're playing pretty good baseball right now at College Station. Two and one on Kendall. That's in there for a strike. Texas A&M 7-5 in the league. Everybody's chasing Georgia now, who wraps up this weekend 10-2 in league play. A game better than Texas, 2 better than Alabama. If Florida wins this, they'd be in that mix too, just 2 behind the Bulldogs, and they go to Athens this coming weekend.
But look at when you look at the standings, the bunch of from like 3rd to like 12th, like 2 games separate everybody. And the names, it'll just shift throughout the rest of this year, right? Somebody will move up and they'll just keep knocking each other down.
Fouled off the railing in front of that Gator dugout. That is a called strike 3. Robertson with the strikeout for out number 2.
Little split finger, you can see right there the action on the ball. Away from that lefty.
Gators now 0 for 4 with a runner in scoring position tonight. Also looking for their first 2-out hit. One 1-0 on Hayden Yost. What do you think about President Trump's executive order? There's a lot to it, but basically 5 years to play, 5 seasons, and you get 1 free transfer, and then you have to sit out a year if you're going to transfer again.
I like that. I mean, that's kind of how it used to be, where, you know, if you obviously you had to sit out if you transferred, you know, that rule kind of changed, but I like the 1 transfer because that way you go, hey, you know, they're young kids making decisions of where they want to go to school, and you know, maybe it's a coaching change, maybe it's something, hey, maybe it's a fit. I thought I fit in this place, I don't. But after that, you kind of know, hey, you should be able to find a place to go, and so I like that 1 transfer rule.
And it doesn't mean you can't transfer again, you just can't
have to sit
out
out
a year.
So yeah, keep your red shirt, use that as your red shirt year if you want to do it.
Well, now I think the red shirt might even be gone, just 5 years to play 5.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's 5 for 5, however that works out. That's supposed to be enacted in August. And there's a walk with 2 outs. Haven't seen many of those tonight. First walk by a Gator. And here is the 9-hole hitter, Colt Myers. He has singled and struck out tonight. Gators have put together 5 hits. Ole Miss just 2 tonight. Ole Miss has not scored since the 6th inning of game 1 this weekend.
I think that's a combination. You talk about 19 innings, combination of really good pitching and also not getting the timely hit, not getting guys on base like you can. But I mean, Florida starters, Aiden King and Jack Sandiford, have been great.
This is going to drop in for a base hit. It's going to score one. They're going to hold up the runner at third, and it's a 2-0 game off the RBI single from Colt Myers.
Just gets a pitch up in the zone. Look at that middle part of the plate, mid-thigh. Does a good job keeping the hands in, driving that breaking ball to the opposite field. That is a big hit right there with 2 outs. Drive some insurance runs in. You can see that feels good, boy. You get an opportunity to get in the lineup, get a steak.
You can wave off all those numbers I just gave you. Their first 2-out hit, their first hit with a runner in scoring position, all happened from Colt Myers. And now the lineup flips to Kyle Jones and Mike Bianco going back to that bullpen. So Walker Hooks, the left-hander, coming in. Sophomore. We'll update his numbers when we come back. Walker Hooks, the sophomore from Brandon, Mississippi. 6'4", 265. Made the jog in from that bullpen, trying to get the Rebels back in the dugout. There are 2 outs in the inning, but the Florida Gators have just struck for their second run of the night to lead it 2-0.
Yeah, trusted high leverage guy, Walker Hooks, 11th appearance. Look at those numbers, man. 15 hits in 23 innings, outstanding. Lots of punch outs, very little walks. That's how you keep getting the ball late in the game when it's on the line.
Colt Myers, by the way, just picked up his second RBI of the season. His only other RBI came against FIU back on February 24th. Sharply hit, but foul. Kyle Jones has hit it hard 3 times tonight and is 0 for 3.
And that's where the mental part of this game can affect you. You know, you've done everything can do. You squared up the ball 3 times, and he's 0 for 3 with some line outs into the outfield. But if you stay there mentally, this is when the at-bat can matter the most, because now you can expand that lead.
Furness gave it the old pump fake like he was going to throw it across the diamond. Try to get Hayden Yost, who scooted down the third base line.
Well, Yost is trying to get as far off of third base as he can. Judd Udemark playing deep in the third base hole.
Off the fist, little blooper. Decker on the run makes a catch. And that will get the Rebels off the field. Good effort from the second baseman, Dom Decker. Now, can the Rebels get some offense? Just 2 hits and a goose egg in the column that matters the most. Russell Sandifer's night is over, and it was an epic performance by the right-hander.
Yeah, 11 punch-outs, and he had every pitch working. The fastball, 96. The slider, nasty, going away. He also started pulling out the changeup. There you go. I mean, when you can command 4 pitches like he did, those are the numbers you're going to get with the stuff that he has.
11 strikeouts, a career high, a season high for Gator pitching. And now they turn it over to the freshman, Joshua Reitner, who has become one of their guns out of that bullpen.
Well, I mean, obviously, the 13th appearance so far early in the season. You got the freshman here, and why not, right? 97 to 99 on the fastball. I mean, everything is hard. The slider's hard, the changeup's hard. If you're Ole Miss, you get the bat ready to go, and he is not afraid to come right at you. Start to think, like, how does a guy like this make it to campus? 99. Yeah. Out of high school coming in here.
Yeah, he can hit 100. We'll see if he can do that here tonight. Starts him off at 91. We're working our way up to 100. Missed last season with an elbow injury. Top 50 for the 2027 MLB draft. Top 50 prospect. That's 98, but misses inside. Reitner trying to find the strike zone with a 3-1. There it is, 3-2. '99 battles back, down 3-1 in the count. High heat.
It looks just good enough to swing. You can't lay off of it. 99, a little bit above the belt. Can't catch up, get you a little punch out.
I will say this, he takes a little something off that 93-mile-an-hour changeup. But the body motion is all the same.
Yeah. It's full coming at you, and so it looks the same, but you're right, 93, which is really good fastball for most pitchers.
Austin Foley out in front of that changeup at 93. I guess you got to get that bat going if you want to hit 98.
You have to. I mean, that's the beauty, right? That's why everybody chases velos, because you have to respect it. And that's where I'd almost want to see him develop something a little bit slower, right? Because the slider, the changeup are all in that 90 to 93 range, where the fastball is 98 to 99 and 100. There you go.
Triple digits for Reitner and back-to-back strikeouts.
He says, I don't need anything slow. You can do this. Fastball at the letters. There is no way you're catching up to 100 miles an hour up there.
You know, former Gator great Nick Belmonte, who does a lot of Gator baseball, just sent me a text and said that Reitner's the hardest throwing pitcher he's seen at Florida. That's saying something. Nick's been here for a long time. This booth is named after Nick.
Yeah, and they've had some guys with some good fastballs.
Yeah. 1-0 the count to Federico. Let's not forget, even though he's a little banged up, and nothing too serious, I don't believe, but Jackson Barberi is another guy that's 97 to 100. Not available to pitch tonight. Tweaked, had a little tweak last night physically, but they think he'll be okay by next weekend. We shall see. Gators got to avoid these injuries. They've got a bunch of guys down 4 starters tonight with injuries. Blake Sear in concussion protocol after banging into the wall last night. Did he go? Nope.
Well, that's a lot of the story when you look up at the end of the season where you are in conference play. It's how healthy did you stay, especially in the rotation and then your middle of the order bats.
99 in there for a strike.
Just to get me over fastball.
Yeah, just feel a little the baby fastball.
Oh, man.
There is a walk, and now you're one big fly away from tying this game up. There's a first pitch strike to Dom Decker, who has one of the 2 Ole Miss hits tonight. That one's fouled down the line. It's 0-2. Third time that Reitner's gone to a 3-ball count. Make that 2, sorry. My apologies to Mr. Reitner. That one is out to right. Hayden Yost makes the catch. Inning is over. Florida leads it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Summer of '83, Texas vs. Tide. Our next SEC story premieres Wednesday, April 15th at 8 Eastern right here on the SEC Network and, of course, the ESPN app. It chronicles one of the most exciting College World Series ever, highlighted by Longhorns Roger Clemens and Calvin Schiraldi, and, of course, Alabama's Dave Magadan. Summer of '83. We are moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. In a 2-0 game. This was the score last night. And again, Ole Miss has not scored a run since the 6th inning of game 1. Walker Hooks works here in the bottom of the 8th. The 3rd Ole Miss pitcher of the night. Cade Townsend got the start tonight for Ole Miss and was fantastic. 6 innings, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, and no walks. That one misses down, 2-0. Fouled off at the plate. Ole Miss at 21-11, 4-7 in the league. Two and two. But they're one of those teams as well that you kind of in that pack. You have yourself a good weekend, you sweep somebody. All of a sudden the dynamic completely changes. Mike Bianco was talking to us about the value of a sweep and what it does for teams. And a lot of different ways.
That's also the beauty of the strength of the league, because you could feel like you're struggling. You put together 2 or 3 good weekends. They're against high RPI clubs. Your RPI is obviously going to go up as well.
Here's the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Hooks gets the strikeout.
Nice job right here, making the guy have some action, right? Go to ball over the plate. Your stuff's good enough. Hooks with the hook. Gets the punch out.
Carson Bowen steps to the plate now. He looks at a first pitch strike. Bowen 0 for 3 tonight. 1 strikeout. Average down to 260. Ground ball. Hooks gloves it, throws to first. out number 2. Hey now.
And now pitchers are athletes. Hey now, like it. Nice reaction right there. Hey, a little protect. Sometimes it's all about, hey, I was actually trying to get out of the way and I put my glove up there to block my face and I was able to come up with the ball. A lot of times it's scarier than it really is, but Hooks, nice job making the play, getting the second out of the inning. Oh, your best Chris Burke impression?
That's it. Hey now. Off the fist. Furness underhand toss to Hooks, who wins the race to the bag. And boy, a nice clean inning for Walker Hooks. Now, Ole Miss down to their final chance. They need a couple of runs to keep this one going. We're heading to the 9th. Florida trying to win this series, but they need to get 3 outs before Ole Miss gets 2 or more runs for that to happen. Where the Rebels 0 for 6 with runners on. That was a big story last night as well. They were 0 for 17 with runners on base in game 2. Meanwhile, the Gators, I mean, it hadn't been exactly an offensive juggernaut for them either. They put up 2 runs last night, and they're sitting on 2 runs, 6 hits here tonight, but they have turned this over to Joshua Reitner to try to close it out. And he will face Tristan Bissetta. You and I were talking last inning about it would have been a dynamic moment in this game if Bissetta would have had an opportunity to hit with runners on against a guy that throws 100 miles an hour on the mound.
Yeah, you're talking the ultimate power versus power. Yeah. Bissetta would have had 2 guys on. The chance where we've mentioned where one swing of the bat, because this game feels a little bit bigger than a 2-0 lead for Florida, just the way Sandifer threw tonight. But it still is a 2-0 ball game. And yeah, if what was it, Decker, if he was able to reach, Bissetta would have come up with 2 guys on, and man, that would have been a really cool, because you know Reitner was going to be like, I want to get him out with the fastball. So you got a fastball hitting power hitter versus a power pitcher. It would have been a fun matchup to watch.
Boy, last 8 games, Bissetta has really struggled. Still has produced 14 home runs, leads this team in batting average, despite that struggle of a 1 for his last 28. That's how good he was. Wonder what kind of leash Kevin O'Sullivan will have with a freshman, Reitner, here in the 9th if he walks a runner on base.
I got a feeling it won't be too much, because you got double barrel going into bullpen, lefty and righty, so you got matchups possibly working.
Boy, you just saw the coaching staff at Florida. They all lean back in their chair after ball 4, and like, now here comes the tying run to the plate. And you get to face another guy that can certainly change this game around. the thought process right now. I'd love to know what he's thinking. Judd Udemark comes up, who they've struck out 3 times tonight. But it wasn't Reitner, it was Russell Sandifer on the mound. And that one misses.
You know, the part where if you're Ole Miss, it's I know you want to get up there and you want to be aggressive, want to go out there, but like Reitner's putting himself in bad spots.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't been throwing many strikes. So, yes, you want to get up there and jump all over the fastball, but you also got to be patient enough to know where he might put you in a really good hitter's count.
Udemark with 12 homers on the year. Foul tips that one. Well, if this doesn't tell kind of the story of Ole Miss's lineup this year, but Judd Udemark has 12 homers and only 28 RBIs. Oh boy, launch deep to left. Give him 13 home runs and 30 runs batted in. Judd Udemark just ties it up. Power on power, and the senior third baseman won.
Where it came in at 99, and I'm going to guarantee you, we don't have the numbers, but it left the yard way higher than that. Judd Udemark, that scoreless streak of 20 innings for the Rebel offense is over. He got some antics, a little handstand in the bullpen. The boys are having fun now. One swing of the bat, and it's a totally different atmosphere.
Reitner just hasn't been as sharp tonight as I think he had been recently. I mean, his fastball has really been all over the map.
Well, and the all-speed pitch wasn't there either, and that's why I think, because I mean, you saw 2 massive swings by Udemark on the fastball, and he didn't go anything different. He just tried to still go with the fastball again, and that's something where if he had the feel of the breaking ball or the other changeup part of it, maybe you go to that. But he went with the fastball again, and after number 3, didn't work.
Will Furniss trying to slow this down a bit behind 1 and 2. Hey, look, still no outs in this inning.
I was just about to say that. Now you have to reset if you're Florida and thinking, okay, Ole Miss still has the opportunity to manufacture more runs, right? Keep the inning going. I'm a little shocked that they stayed with him after the home run. You know, you have double barrel. You had everybody ready after he gives up the lead. To me, that was the opportunity to go to a new guy.
That ball's laced into right. Furniss reaches, and now you got to think small ball. Nobody out. Pinch runner, lay a bunt down, get a runner in scoring position. Now the wheels are completely churning in that Ole Miss dugout. Sam Miller, or excuse me, Brett Mosley will run. A redshirt freshman out of Trussville, Alabama. And Kevin O'Sullivan's going to go back to that bullpen. Looks like Ernesto Lugo Canchola will make his way onto the diamond. But Judd Udemark giving the Rebels a chance tonight with this 2-run shot. 42nd career homer, 3rd all-time at Ole Miss. A lot of zeros on the board for Ole Miss. They broke the streak. They had gone 20 innings without scoring. And then Judd Udemark with a 2-run homer has tied this game up in the 9th inning. And now Ernesto Lugo Canchola takes over the senior left-hander out of Pleasant Grove, Utah. Walks into a situation with a runner on first and nobody out. You see his numbers, 16th appearance of the year. And again, nice strikeout to walk ratio.
Yeah, great numbers all the way around. The lefty going to be up to 93. Going to have to fill this position most likely. I would expect a little small ball from Ole Miss with the pinch runner. Opportunity to get a guy into scoring position. Less than 2 outs. Kay Townsend let out the biggest scream when that ball left the yard. He was able to take the hook out of his mouth.
Owen Pano now will step in. And they're not going to lay the bunt down. They're going to let him swing. There's our pinch runner, Brett Mosley. Running for Will Furness, who singled to right. Now there's the bunt. Pulls the bat back, and that one's off the plate, 1-1. Excuse me, 2-1. 2-0. I'll figure it out. Make it 3-0.
I would almost square around again. I mean, it's when you think of the Little League 3-0 and the guy sit there wiggling the bat. I mean, the guy hadn't been around the zone. You're definitely taken, but he's probably going to square it just to distract a little bit.
He gets a strike. It's 3-1 now.
Huge hole in the 4-hole with the first baseman holding him on. Stripling curling. That's a big gap with the lefty hitter up.
And walks him. Now first and second and nobody out. And here comes the freshman Cannon Golden. No sacrifices for him this season. Kevin O'Sullivan's going to go get the right-hander. So we'll step aside as the Gators running through that bullpen. Trying to keep Ole Miss at bay, but they've got 2 on and nobody out. Looking at the right-hander, Cooper Walls, 6'5", 225, out of San Diego, California. Was actually in the weekend rotation just 2 weeks ago. And they moved him back to the bullpen under the emergence of Russell Sandifer, who we saw here tonight pitch exceptionally well. But you see the 9th appearance, 3-1 record in ERA below 5. 25 2/3, 23 strikeouts.
Yeah, the numbers are good, right? I mean, everything's there. The stuff is good. It's a matter of you got to be throwing strikes. You got 2 guys on, nobody out. We thought a bunt was happening. Lugo Conchola didn't throw enough strikes for the bunt to happen. I'm almost positive the freshman Golding is going to be laying down a bunt. Got really good speed, so this is where you make sure you bunt it first, then trust your speed to leg it out.
The 9th inning has certainly been a difference for Mike Bianco. They were hanging in there. Again, we kept talking about it. It felt like it was more than a 2-0 lead, but in reality, you were get a guy on and you were a big fly away from tying it up, and that's exactly what happened when Judd Udemark went yard over the Ole Miss bullpen, which created quite the entertainment out there. Guys doing handstands, jumping up, and I mean, it was crazy.
What's the answer?
They're college
kids.
That hit him, the bases are loaded. So Golden hit by a pitch trying to square up to bunt. Right on the ankle.
Oh.
Well, I'm just over there looking at the third base coach, Matt Clement, who's telling every base runner about his eyes, line drives, freeze.
Because that's one of those where it can ruin an inning. A ball well struck, line drive, and an easy double play. Because guys, base runners want to get aggressive. They see the ball hit hard. They're like, yeah, I'm going to score. So nice reminder by the third base coach.
Kevin O'Sullivan out to the mound. Is he going to make another change, or is this more about how we're going to play this situation?
Well, we've seen 2 pitches, one of them off the inside ankle of Golden and another one nowhere near the catcher. He had to go into the other batter's box to block it. Don't think McNeely has had enough time to get loose, but never know. I think the longer he stays out here, you're going to see a change.
Boy, Luke McNeely did not have a whole lot of time to get loose out there in that Florida bullpen, but here he comes. The big right-hander jogging on to the diamond. Hey, come on in. We just got the bases loaded, nobody out. We're tied up in the 9th.
Your ultimate fire drill.
Yeah.
Just get ready as fast as you can. Get out here in this mess. See what you can do.
All right, we'll step aside. Back in a moment. There is Luke McNeely, who barely had time to get warm out there in the Gator bullpen before they called his number. He pitched in the first game of this series, 2 1/3 innings of work, gave up a couple of hits, struck out 4. Kevin O'Sullivan is not afraid to go to that bullpen. 4 different pitchers used over the last 5 batters. Bases loaded, nobody out, infield in, and here is Braden Randall. Fouls that one off at the plate. Outfield also playing medium depth. McNeely trying to work some magic. Boy, heck of a stop. Bowen just laying out to keep that one in play.
Yeah, this is unbelievable play right here. Look at the effort. I mean, that's just what can you do? Let's just throw your hands there, hope that you can somehow stop it. What a block right there. Keeps the game tied up at 2.
Out to center field. This may be enough to get the Rebels the go-ahead run. It will be. Both runners will tag. They'll be at second and third, and the Ole Miss Rebels have come back to take the lead 3-2. Randall's 12th RBI of the season.
Yeah, super productive out right there by Randall. Not only gets the job done by getting the runner in, deep enough fly ball. Both runners also move up, so now you still have 2 men in scoring position. Now, if you're Luke McNeely, it's just about minimizing damage, right? Keeping this game as best you can at a 1-run deficit.
Pano's at third. Golden's at second. That ball's ripped but foul. Off the bat of Austin Foley, the Ole Miss catcher. Foley with 2 strikeouts and a ground out tonight.
Well, you got all 3 guys on. Obviously, you still have infield in. You see the third baseman a little farther back, but he's still good enough arm-wise to get the play at the plate.
That's in there for a strike. 0-2. Swing and a miss. 2 outs in the inning.
That's a beautiful slider. Looks like the fastball down and away just enough. No chance to put that ball in play. Heck of a pitch right there by McNeely.
Hayden Federico. 0 for 2 with a walk. He's hit it hard a couple of times tonight. Flew out to center field and to right field. Check swing there. And he did go. Federico can't believe it. Got to hit that reset button. Back up the middle. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run is in. Golden comes around. He'll score. The Rebels have exploded for 5 here in the 9th.
Dave, this Gator crowd is just shocked. Hayden Federico 158 with runners in scoring position. Before that, big knock right there, drives in 2. This is the type of inning that can all of a sudden ignite your team, obviously to win a series, but also to get your lineup, get your offense going. Now seeing a lot of confidence going up to the plate.
5 hits, 5 runs. And look, they only have 3 hits this inning and have scored 5 runs. Dom Decker, one of those 5 hits tonight. Runner goes, throw down to second. Stolen base for Federico. That'll be his 4th of the year. He's perfect 4 out of 4. He's asking a lot of Luke McNeely. Bases loaded, nobody out. Hank barely had a chance to throw some warm-up pitches.
He got to the point where he was 1 pitch away from really doing his best he can, only allowing the 1 run. A huge 2-out hit by Federico kept that inning going, extended the Rebel lead.
That's a strike, 3-2 now. Federico at second base. 2 outs in the inning, but 5 have come across. Swing and a miss. How about the Rebels? 20 innings without a run here in Gainesville. And then all of a sudden, the 9th came around, and this happened.
Well, you had a homer, Judd Udemark. You had a lot of walks, some hit batters, and 5 runs for the Rebels to make it a 5-2 lead going to the bottom of the 9th.
Well, Judd Udemark hit the mark with a 2-run shot that started the Ole Miss rally. They lead it 5-2 and now trying to pick up 3 outs. Landon dribbling to lead things off for Florida. And boy, the wind completely taken out of the sails of Florida after that inning. Fouled off at the plate. 1-2 the count. Dribbling. Couple of hits. The average up to 306 now. Boy, you want to get Mike Bianco
I know where you're going.
boiling. Walked the leadoff guy with a 3-run lead in the ninth.
Well, they kept Hooks in. I mean, he's got 3 of the next 4 hitters lefties. Lefties hitting 179 coming into this game. So I see why he's in there.
Ground ball, slow roller, and that's going to get into center field. It wasn't a walk, but it's a leadoff base runner for Florida. So a couple of right-handers, Hudson Calhoun and Landon Waters.
Both of those guys got a couple saves each on the season. That's something that Ole Miss has. You have like 4 guys with 2 saves, so it's one of those closer by committee, whatever they feel is the best matchup.
Cole Stanford 0 for 2, did have a sacrifice bunt. Cole with 4 home runs on the year. By the way, you see over there at first base, Luke Romine takes over for Will Furness. They pinch ran for Will after he singled in the ninth. Fouled off at the plate. We'll do it again. 1-2. Stanford hitting .250 on the year. That one shot out to center. Federico is there to make the catch. 1 down. I always feel like that first out is such a big out in a situation like this.
That's why they say the hardest 3 outs in the game in the bottom of the ninth with the lead. And you'll take those all day. I don't care how hard you hit. If you hit it right at one of my defenders, I'll take an out.
Here's Jacob Kindle. Tripled in the third, but back-to-back strikeouts since. Two and 0. Boy, put him on. All of a sudden, you got the tying run at the plate. That's a strike, 2-1. Slider in there for a strike at 88 miles an hour. Called strike 3. 2 outs.
Little slider. Might have been a tad bit off, but too close to take. Joe Harris has given that pitch all night long.
9 strikeouts tonight for the Gators offensively. Caden McDonald's now the sophomore out of Tampa grabbing a bat. Trying to get a right-handed bat in there against Hooks. The Gators have now struck out 35 times this weekend.
Ooh. You'll take that if you were able to win that series, if it was still a 2-0 ball game. And now you find yourself down 3, those strikeouts start to add up.
Oh, 0-2 the count. Walker Hooks trying to close this one out. Now it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, and this one is in the books. What a comeback from Ole Miss. The offense had disappeared, but they found it when they had to. In the 9th inning, they put up a 5 spot. They get a great start from Cade Townsend, and they will walk out of Gainesville with a series win, 2-1.
Yeah, how about that first road series against the Gators since 2009, and that 5-run 9th inning, 3 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batter. Man, when they needed it most, the big man, Judd Udemark, he put the exclamation point on it, got them started, and then the rest of them finished it up with that 5-run 9th.
The 13th home run of the year for Judd, and the 2 biggest RBIs perhaps of the season. We'll see where this takes the Rebels. They win it here on the road. This final score, 5-2. For Lance Cormier and the rest of our exceptional SEC Network crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long from Gainesville, where the Rebels win it. It's off to SEC Network.